evening and welcome to it. This is Chess and Wine. I'm sorry about this, but I am here to introduce the interview with Mr. Freddy Odendaal, who is a chess player, chess coach, top chess player in Eastern Cape, and top coach in obviously in the Eastern Cape, and is involved in a whole lot of development. And he was to speak out about the challenges that he's facing in the region that makes it difficult for him to perform and fulfill his task. And we give him the ear. Give him your ear too. Thank you. Great. Mr. Freddy Odendaal, welcome to Chess and Wine.
Thank you, Eddie. Thanks for having me.
Oh, great. Obviously, Freddy, I mean, you are Eastern Cape's. I don't know if you are currently the top player, highest rated, but you're one of the top players in the Eastern Cape, and also one of the top coaches. So obviously a very influential figure in chess. I'm sure you've got many chess products, and I see your chess activity. That side is so amazing. It's so interesting. You're keeping chess alive. It seems like you are one of the most prolific contributors in chess in the Eastern Cape, and I'm sure your contribution is recognized. I saw that you were having an event even on the 9th of December. Was it a club's event or something? They just seem to have gone well as well.
What?
Yes?
Yes, the club championship. I wanted to host this for years now. So we invited the clubs to participate.
Yeah.
So I call it like a mini club championship.
And how many clubs did you have there? How many clubs did you have taking part?
So,
Hmm?
we had like a wild card. We had 15 who took part, but there's a few wild cards. There was a few that came who didn't have clubs. But it was a good thing because now I could look up with clubs. I also got a player who's interested also to join some of the clubs that's around him. So it was always good to get at players also now. Now they know about club activity. So we have in total so around, you can say about plus minus about 12 clubs in our areas who participated in the event.
Jeez, all right. No, that's a lot. 12 clubs. You see now.
Yeah, no, chess is growing this side there.
Yeah, but like 12 clubs, and you're saying that there's actually 15 that were meant to take part, and others didn't have enough players.
Now I'm saying we had players that pitch up on the day.
Yes.
That's not part of the club, so we fit them into clubs.
And that they formed what? 3 clubs, making it 15.
Yes, they make then they sell their own clubs. Yeah.
Wow, and then that must have been an interesting event. I'm sure the competition was tough, fierce.
No, it was tough. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, there was one of the top juniors, Marcel Roberts. He also played in the event. He's also Canada
Is it
master.
all
He
right?
used to be this side by us. Then he moved to Gauteng.
All right.
Marcel Roberts.
Marcel Roberts. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of the what you are in the which was it an Eastern Cape thing, or was it a regional thing for your regional? Was it a I don't know, municipal area type thing? How was it? How was it organized? The level was it?
So it's basically was like the club thing. You're talking about the club thing now.
Yes, the club thing, the club event.
The club thing was just organized from Youth Chess Academy, from the club that I am. It just basically organized it.
Oh yes.
But what I have assistance from other clubs as well.
Mm. So now, Youth Chess Academy. Tell us a bit about Youth Chess Academy, please. I see that's the structure that you're moving through. Is it your coaching? Is it a club? Is it an institution? What kind of an institution is it, and what services does it provide? Youth Chess Academy.
My Youth Chess Academy, the next year I'm going to also focus on talent search. I'm going to call it a talent search, where I'm going to look for underprivileged kids who can't afford coaching, and then I'm going to give them coaching. But Youth Chess Academy is also a club. We played regular, and I also host a lot of tournaments. So the academy, I'm doing everything from the academy.
The youth, yeah. So it's actually what a chess coaching teaching academy, basically. Hello, Freddy. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, no, I was just checking. Yes, I was just confirming. So it's basically for chess development. Basically, that's what you're doing in New Chess Academy. Is that what it is? The aims of the academy, Youth Chess Academy. I was just checking.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a big part. Yeah, it's about chess development.
it's about chess development and so. All right, all right. And what sort of support structures do you have that side? What sort of I don't know. Do you have an affiliation with the region, connection with the regions, or what do they have? What do they call? There's also I don't know what sort of support because now I'm thinking sports confederation and I'm speaking all other sorts of possible relationships that you could have. So yes, what's your what sort of assistance do you get from the other structures above Youth Stress Chess Academy? What involvement do you have with them? Hello.
Chess at the moment, but and get support. I will
Sorry, can you just start afresh? I lost you. That
the
you.
biggest things. If you check what I've done so far, I think I'm now for 2 years that I've been active. I'm saying, unfortunately, I don't have any uh, financial support from any structures. But they didn't stop me for 2 years that I've started this youth chess academy with obviously with other members and chess players as well. If you check for 2 years what I've done, then I probably have done then more than any person or any coach that I've done from 2 years being active. We have a youth chess academy Facebook page. You can check all my work is done there.
Yes.
And I like I said, I have so many projects in the pipeline that I'm going to do next year as well. And if funding is possible, I can do bigger things. But even without funding, I'm struggling. But it didn't stop me to do something good for chess.
Because of it, you've got it in you and you're just giving it out basically. So yeah, so but obviously there's a lot of assistance which you can you would need. I can obviously understand. You need to move around. You need to have sets, equipment, and so forth. But now, what so far? What are the challenges
Yeah.
that you've realized? What are the challenges that you've recognized that you've seen? Obviously, without any support, because support is it cannot be financial anyway, only as well, right? And obviously, again, the challenges should not they can't always be just financial. It could be I don't know people getting in the way
The,
of progress. It
the
could be
challenge,
yeah.
first of all, yeah,
Mm. So what other what forms of
yeah, the
challenge?
challenge, the main challenges is for firstly, I feel the challenges is I'm a chess player.
Mm.
I'm not a administrator. I don't know how to approach sponsorship and go around and follow. Like I said, there's processes to be followed, all that stuff. I don't know who to approach. I want to give back. So that is one of the challenges. I mean, like I said, I'm the number one player in the Eastern Cape. I also have won the most tournaments. If you check on chess, I'm one of the top players who have won the most tournaments. So it comes back to that's going to be a challenge for somebody who's that is a player to now have sponsorship for what he's doing. I need now to get like people who can assist me of trying to get sponsorship and then we can work together. And I'm always willing to work with anybody because, like I said, I can give so much back to the community. I I think it's time also to get another one player from outside because I know I'm 43 years old. I don't think I can still be number one, but I'm still if I play, I still want.
You remind me of who is that? Is it Mabusela as well? Like his domination that even at his age is still dominating. Which
Yeah,
shows
but
the challenges of our development, but
yeah, we
also
all
the level of development that
man,
you.
we young blood.
Eh? He's a young lad. All right. No, okay. No,
Yeah.
Freddie. Obviously, you remember that we're here speaking again because we also had a previous issue with the elections of Nelson Mandela Bay, and I remember that there were some challenges there as well. You were also, I think, one of the candidates, or I think for youth directorship or something, or youth commission. And I remember that yes, there was
Yes,
also
yeah,
yeah there were
yes,
some
it
challenges
was.
of some clubs that you've mentioned that there were some clubs that were allegedly not allowed to take part in the elections. Can you just tell us a bit about that? Like what went down? What was the? Just give us a brief background on that.
Now, like I said, there's a lot of clubs in our Nelson Mandela Bay region. There's a lot of clubs. Now, the clubs is active, but for years, the region didn't reach out to the clubs. So the same goes with my academy was also not recognized first.
Hmm.
So there's a lot.
Sorry.
So they have reached out to me, and when it came time when there was elections, then I reached out to the clubs and said they must get a house in order. Like I said, I want to say to get the house in order
Hmm.
and to be recognized for the elections.
So you say they reached out to you as
Right? Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you, but obviously I'd lost you a bit. But yeah, are you here? Are you still there? Hello, Freddie. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, like I said, the clubs, there's more clubs now. There's not only clubs. There's more clubs that want to be part, but the reason I haven't.
Isn't reached out. All right. Sorry, I don't know if my I think it's my network because I keep I don't know how I'm coming through that side to you, but I mean I yeah I keep on getting static and picture freezing and all that. But geez, you were saying that you were talking about the challenges, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to make you repeat because I didn't quite get that. You were saying
Let me quickly start. I was saying about the clubs, né?
yes.
But the clubs. Now we have a lot of clubs that's in Nelson Mandela Bay. Like I said, we had about 13 clubs that played, about 12 clubs that played last weekend.
Yes, yes.
The weekend,
Yeah.
and there's also the school.
Schools clubs.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're saying there's also the schools clubs. So obviously you had about 13 clubs, and you're saying there's also about 13 clubs, and then yeah.
So I also asked them on yeah, they didn't know that. Yeah. So also the schools club didn't know about the elections. They didn't receive any.
And obviously the constitution allows for them to be part of the electorates or part of voting. Schools
To
clubs.
be part, yeah, of the
But
election process. Yes,
but
they are allowed. Yeah.
okay, no, wasn't there an announcement that was sent out, a public announcement to say that there will be elections on a certain date that was a call for those who needed to be part of
No,
the elections?
there was no public announcement. There was in a group. There was in a posted in a group. After I asked them to post to the clubs and the school clubs, and also like that, I posted in a group where there is parents, players, and so on.
Hmm.
Then I posted there to say about elections is going on. Immediately, say a few minutes, and then it was posted on Facebook. But even after that, the school clubs was not informed.
All right, no, because again, I might also not understand it, maybe the processes of it. So now, isn't the so you're saying it was posted on Facebook and on some WhatsApp groups, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So
After
now, how
I was
what were
making noise, it was posted there. Yeah.
and as I understand, I think you remember you probably may have seen the conversation with Mr. Minawa Peter. Wait, is it? is, as you understand, is it not meant to be obviously advertised, whether on social media, which is your Facebook and your WhatsApp, and also on the mailing list of the registered clubs that are registered with the federations at the point, and maybe other for other media platforms, maybe like your radio, if that's a possibility, or even a newspaper, right?
That's how it's supposed to be, but it wasn't like that advertised. It wasn't.
But okay, all right. So, all right. But the elections went on still, right? And they. So now, I'm sort of confused. Because already again, I see that we agree that the advertising, or they obviously the invitation was not just sufficient. If there are some clubs, like you're saying, especially the schools that were not reached, and there are some clubs as well that were not reached, and was there, do you believe that there were
Yes,
this was all intentional, or do you think that it was just a an oversight from the previous executive?
unfortunately, it was intentional.
Mm. Why would you say it was
Because, like I
intentional?
said, I
Mm.
did post to them and say that I did post in the group and say they must let the people know. I was posting in the group. I have proof that I posted to tell them to let the schools know. And there's other clubs that they call also reach out. But in the end of the day, they always want to bring it back to me. That I must do it. I'm not part of any structure there for or part of the union for me to do the work.
Yeah, yeah. So, but again, what obviously you see that they were intentionally or leaving some of the clubs and some of the what is it? What do you call this? And some of the schools out. But why would they do that? Why would anybody want to do that? What do you think would be a reason to want to leave out clubs when it's supposed to be a club's
Uh,
big affair? In fact, because it's clubs that are meant to be obviously electing the regional structure.
Now, if you check and we always talk on groups as well, we always talk about inclusive, get everybody on board
Yeah.
because we say more hands makes the job easier.
Mm.
So isn't it the job to get all that flux in? So for me now to say it maybe is that or maybe it's that, I don't know. I was gonna speculate, but I know the more people on job makes life easier. That's why I'm actually struggling because I'm working alone.
Yeah. So I mean, but you see now you're in a way making an argument for them, these people that left out some clubs, that if they wanted to make things easier for themselves, they would have involved more clubs, but they didn't. So and nobody would intentionally make things difficult for themselves, unless you would say that they would intentionally do that because of certain sinister motives. Like I don't know if sometimes people leave out certain people from voting because they know those
Uh,
people would not vote for their peers. Then they want to be voted in, so they only invite those they know would vote for them or not. Or they would I don't know. Again,
okay,
like we just like if you were to
okay.
assume that
Now,
somebody left
yeah.
out some people for a reason, then you need to at least be have an idea of what the reason was because. Mm,
Okay, so I can tell you now. You're talking about the elections that went on, eh?
yeah.
So on the election day, eh,
Mm,
I
yeah.
was there just to see what's going on. I didn't support what's going on, but I was there. That was outside. That wasn't allowed inside in the meeting. And you were now saying, I must give you now an answer. So how can you let clubs sit outside and you not allow them in? I was in a meeting. I had securities there with armed. They were armed
Oh,
securities
oh,
stopping me from going into the meeting.
oh, whoa, whoa, wait. Don't go past it. Are you saying there was armed security at a chess regional elections?
Yes, sir. There was.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. All right. So that's okay. All right. That's a red flag. I think that's a scary thing.
Yeah. And now,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna go a few steps back with the Jeffries Bay tournament there.
Yeah.
Then I was at the Jeffries Bay tournament, and then somebody approached me and asked me to He offered me then the development officer position.
Was that a member of the executive in the previous structure or the current?
I don't want to say names because I don't want to come back to me.
But was it someone who was within the structure who offered you a position?
Yeah,
Okay, offering. Okay.
some of the somebody in the structure, somebody yeah, offered me the development officer position,
Yes.
just like that. She said, "No, you're going to be the development officer." One of the academy coach also that I'm working with coach, and she said to him, what position he wants. Does he want to be the secretary or does he want to be the treasurer?
Mm-hmm.
After complaining about how the election stuff was sent out, I then sent an email. So I sent the email, and I have now CC her email address in, but it's a work email. After that, I'm now harassing. I'm harassing email. This person came to me offering me a job,
Yeah.
and now I'm the one who's harassing.
Okay. So
So that's nothing in the same tournament.
so.
Now let me just go quickly go there. The same tournament,
Mm.
like you would say, I saw the electoral officer there for the first time, buddy.
Okay. Number one, you're saying
So
somebody.
he's supposed to be independent person.
Wait, but now, but number one, you're saying somebody offered you a position in the like the in the executive committee in the structure, right? And
Yes.
yes, and I don't understand what sort of powers does that person have? What would you say? What role this person was playing? What structure? What position did they have that was so influential that they could actually even offer? Eh?
Was co-op secretary.
So how
The
does
person was co-opted secretary.
a co-opted the former co-opted secretary of snap, I think I know who that is, but you didn't want to say names, so I'm not going to say names. So there's former co-opted secretary of the Nelson Mandela Bay Chess Federation offers you the youth director position on the executive committee, meaning that
Development officer.
a development officer. Oh, snap. Meaning that obviously she knows how to control
Yes.
things, to run things and all that. Because now I think I know who it is. It's just coming back to me. So, but then now, what happens between that and the claim of harassment? What between the offering of and the claim of harassment? He's saying you complained about how things were being done in between. Is that the only thing that happened?
Yeah. We also have, yeah, with the notes that was sent out, there was also financials. There's supposed
There was.
to be financials sent out prior, before the meeting. I think if it's correct, the constitution said 15 days.
Yeah.
Financials.
Yeah.
Financials.
Uh huh. So
Yeah. So I think I also was asking about that
wait. Okay. No.
because
Wait.
we didn't get it. Yeah.
I'm okay. You see what's coming out now. It's so interesting that somebody you're saying somebody this is okay for it to make sense to people. I'm afraid that names need to come out. Maybe it's going to be different if I say the names. So you're not saying the names, but I wanna, cause I don't like confusing people, and I know that they're watching and they're scratching their heads now. But let me just put it this way. Do you allow me to say the names myself, even if you don't agree or don't?
Yeah, but remember, they're not gonna come for you, ne? If you say the names and I talk now here, they're gonna come for me.
You see,
You get?
the reason why I want to say names is because I feel like this person offers you the youth chess, the development officer position because number one, they know how they're going to manipulate the system, and number two, the moment you start complaining about the process, they sort of kick you out of of the whole structure, and they start saying, as you've said, that you are harassing them, right? And the next thing, someone very close to that person wins the elections, or obviously becomes part of the elections, and they win a very key position in those elections. And now you are also claiming that there were some clubs that were left out, and you're saying you suspect it was intentional. And now it sort of fits in together because it makes sense why certain clubs will be left out, especially when someone has an agenda and they don't want to bring in people that they're uncertain about. You see what I mean? So that's the picture that you're drawing for me, and that's how I'm seeing it. And that sort of kind of
Yeah,
yeah, it kind of puts things into.
and that's the truth. Yeah, and that's the truth. That's the truth. But that's why
Hmm?
I cannot say names because they're gonna come after me. You know what I've done already?
What?
They went to the clubs. They harass the clubs now.
How are they harassing clubs?
They call the clubs. They even go unannounced to the clubs.
Yeah, but that doesn't count as harassment, though. I mean, if they are they not part of the current executive?
Again, you remember
Hey,
I cannot say what I say to the club because then it's hearsay. So I cannot say to you what I say to the club, because it's going to be hearsay. But they go unannounced. Remember, the guy is suspended. He goes unannounced to clubs. He goes to
sorry.
talking and meeting with them on Chester. They wanted to meet at a school where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I'm also going to pick the things.
No, but you see, okay. So number one, obviously speaking of. So it's obvious you're speaking about. You're saying number one, the guy is suspended, right? Suspended.
Yeah.
Suspended as in the only suspension I'm aware of is a suspension from the Eastern Cape, the provincial structure, right? And if we're still speaking about the same guy, because now maybe is that suspension now effective in the region where that one person we speak of is active and working and involved, and going to the clubs as part of the new
He's very
structure is
active, no?
eh?
Yeah, he's very much active. The same person, that they talk about the same person when he sent the election and they knew they're going to send. He done the same thing that he's doing in the clubs and call them 9 times a day and so on. Couldn't he done that?
Couldn't he done, sorry, couldn't he have done it in what way? What are you saying, sorry?
I say he's now erasing the clubs. He goes to the clubs unannounced.
Yes.
He calls them. Eh? I'm saying to you, before the elections, couldn't he have done that?
Of course, yes. But I mean, before the election, what was his role in? You see, now you're confusing me of who you're speaking about. Are you speaking about someone who had a position in the regional structure before the elections, or someone who only got the position in the regional structure after the elections? Because I don't understand what that same person would be doing before the elections in the clubs, visiting clubs.
According to the structure, he was
The previous structure.
on our structures. In our structure, he was nothing, but he always act like he was part of the structure. So it looks like he was because he sent it was always messaging from him, coming from him. So it looks like he was part of the structure.
So he was actually
I'm
he
talking
was
about Nelson Mandela Bay structure now.
Oh, so basically he was acting as if he was a part of the structure and taking up a role in the structure before even the elections.
Yes,
But then
yes.
he didn't go to clubs.
Yeah, that's why I said he didn't go to clubs before, prior,
Mm.
and he act like you say. If when we complain, like you just said now, when we complain to Nelson Mandela Bay, it's not part of. Like we say now, we establish more structure. So when we complain, who did we complain to? But the man did it himself because he replied on a lot of emails. So it almost into him, and he was the thing.
Okay, but now what is it that he was doing at the clubs? What did
You
he
understand
want
what I'm
from
saying?
what did he want from the clubs?
Some of his questioning was some of his questions was, how do you log the
How do you? Sorry? Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, no, I can't hear you. You're saying some of his questions was what were some of his questions?
About me, so like almost like he interrogate the other person for finding stuff. He wanted to find stuff about me.
Oh, so he's basically investigating you in the other clubs.
The yes,
Oh, so you,
yes,
okay, but then
that is
okay
what he's
now,
doing.
what does he have against you?
He has nothing against me. I'm just the person now try to for the so that is what he have against me. He wants that's all he have.
Are you a threat to him in any way for him to want to investigate you or to for him to go around asking about you and for you to see that as harassment to the other people that he's questioning about you?
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, are you in a way a threat to him that he has to study you or trying to find something dirty about you? Or what is it that worries you about him asking
He,
about you, especially when you're so involved in doing so many things? Maybe he's taking an interest. I don't know. What is it? What do you what do you fear he might be trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
do?
No, you see, there's a problem is I'm 30 years involved, and he's still fine, and I'm still clean because he would have got somebody on me if he wants something. You see, so I'm yeah, I can speak openly because I'm nothing to hide.
Yeah. So
There's nothing
and
he's gonna find.
and you don't know whether he wants to remove you in any of your positions or he wants to remove your influence from
No, he tried. He has tried. Remember the
the place. Sorry.
Playcom? I'm a Playcom rep.
Yes. Oh.
Playcom, the Playcom rep.
Yes. Yes.
He already tried to remove me. We have two elections and I won both. So he tried to remove me. He also called people. He tried to remove me wherever they can. I will say they because he's not allowed. So when he can, he tries to remove me in any position. I mean, like recently, like you talk about my tournament,
Hmm.
I couldn't write my tournament. They tried they can.
No, but why would they? What do they have against progress? Or what do are you taking the development to some places where they don't want to see development happening? Or when you do this
I, I,
development, you are taking away from
I
them
honestly
in a way.
don't know. I honestly don't know because, like I said, I always I want to work together because we have stuff that work in the past with us, and I know exactly what works for us.
Yeah.
And the development, like you said, I also felt that is it wrong what I'm doing? Why did they do that? Is it me or something? Let's put our differences aside and let's take the game forward.
All right, but tell me now something. What would work better for them? Now, let me say them. If they could control you, that cannot work good now that they are not controlling you. Or are you controllable to them? Before I just jump into conclusions, are you? Because I'm trying to. Because you see, I'm now trying to. You're forcing me to trying to make sense of things, especially when you say you don't know about many things. So now I'm thinking that you are occupying a certain influential position that if it was occupied by someone that certain people had an influence on, they could do more things that they can't do now that you are at that particular space or position. And to remove you would mean that they could put in some. What would work better for them if they could control you, or if you were somebody else that they could control? Do you see some? Do you foresee such, or can you try to?
No. But yeah, it's I don't know how to answer that. But it comes to like you said, they don't want to see me position. But when it comes to the number one player, I've now proved to be the number one player. Wherever they can attack me, they will say, no, he's not a number one player. I mean, yeah, I'm the guy that win the most, but they still will argue.
No, but you see what my concern is, especially me trying
It
to
comes to
understand
that.
what I'm trying to
So
understand is
is it politics? Is jealousy?
yeah, it's politics, and you know politicians always need someone that they can use to advance obviously to create a very good record for themselves. You see what I mean? So if they could partner with you and work together with you, and as the people that are at the top positions, they could still claim your work. Or are you so vocal that you claim everything that they would not have a chance to claim for themselves? I don't know, because it would, I mean, it would work better for them if they were working with you. But what is the challenge?
You're right. Some of them have
Huh?
like my pictures. Some of them have when I sent some of my pictures of
Off? You said
the
some of them have what? They've got. Some of them have what? Hello, Freddy.
more pics, please. And then I sent another three and I said, send me more. So it looks like they were using it. I don't know. But I was thinking, what they asking for more pics? So I had a feeling maybe they're using my work. Now I'm just saying some of the executives that have asked me to send some of my work that I've been doing, they were asking for pics. So it's always strange when I send, let's say I send one or two pics and they were saying send me more. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, like I said, maybe they're using my work for funding.
And without you knowing about it,
Obviously, that's why I said yeah, without me knowing.
and that obviously would be a problem. So now I'm trying to understand. Or actually, I see why it could. What's so difficult about them coming to you? Are these certain people that you would not be interested in working with, or what's the case?
Uh, when it comes to development, and I say my passion is development. I can work with anybody
Yeah.
because I want to see progress here. I don't have feelings like, but I have a personality. When something is wrong, then I will speak up. Maybe they're scared of that. If something is wrong, I will speak up.
All right, so that's the first challenge that we're identifying, that you are not easy to control. So maybe that's the reason why they would not want to.
Yeah, you see, when it comes when I always when it comes to kids here and kids can defend themselves. I'm a bit different when it's adults. When it's adults, I feel an adult can defend himself.
Mm.
But when it's a kid, I'm going to be a different person when it comes to a kid. And when a kid is, especially with, like I said, with the rules and all that type of stuff, when you want to punish a kid for a rule, then I will definitely speak up.
Yeah. So basically, you are vocal. You speak up for people, and there's certain people that are not doing things in a way
Not for
that.
people, like I said, not for people, for kids, yeah.
Okay, it's
For kids,
basically you
yeah.
speak
Not
up
for
for kids.
adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No. I'm actually just trying to understand what would be the cause of the I don't want to call it friction, but the reason for that lack of wait, man, the collaboration. Yes, that's the word. That lack of collaboration, because I mean, if I look at it in the way that I see it, if they could collaborate, obviously you need the help of the structure, and the structure needs the help of someone like you who is doing so much work, who could easily guide or and even be part of it, advise, be part of the structure, the executive structure, and so this is a loss in a way for the chess community, especially in the Nelson Mandela Bay. That's where you're based, right? In the Nelson Mandela Bay. Yes, and
Yes.
now and in general,
Yes.
the Eastern Cape and in general. But now you're obviously playing a role as the players representative, the PlayCom representative, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. No. All right. No.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. All right. No, but I don't. But again, you see what I'm trying to come back to these things, and I remember that some of the things that were coming up that were making it difficult for some of you, especially players and some development agents, if I may put it that way, where the threats of litigations, suing, and for defamations and things that we've only known from Henrik to do it, right? Like that we've only ever known from that upper level. And now apparently it is something that is common around your region or even your province. That there's people that are getting sued and people that are getting
It's
threatened
it's
with lawyers.
it's it's actually worse. That's right. Yeah. Now it's worse. Yeah. So the players, everybody doesn't speak up. But like I said, they always message me and encourage me. It's like they would rather me speak up than they want to speak up because they are scared in a way. They are scared. And some even say in the groups, I'm a puppet. You can attack me, I'm a puppet because they're scared to speak up.
So you see
Then
that.
I talk about speak up when something wrong is happening, man.
So there's that strategy of intimidation. You see the same one that we were seeing from obviously the
There's a lot of that, yeah.
yeah, and
Yes.
but that's you see again it makes us because obviously now maybe me as with a suspicious mind if there's a similarity with this obviously the threats of intimidation because I mean litigation is not something cheap, right? It's something that costs money. If somebody would use their money to try and
Mhm.
go through litigation, whether it's suing you or it's whatever that they're doing to sort of stop you from doing to intimidate you, in fact, that means there is some money to be made in that. Do you believe that there is money to be made with? Okay, okay, I'm only mentioning money because if somebody is using money,
When I was in a meeting, yeah, let us talk in a meeting. When I remember, I said to you, I was there at a meeting.
yes.
So let me quickly talk about when I entered there after the securities let me in.
Mm-hmm.
I entered in the meeting. So while we were sitting, and then there's a lot of clubs, like I said, the clubs is outside,
Yes.
and we had now the meeting in progress. I gave the reports. The president is not there, so he didn't give a presidential report. So also the financials. So we have now the secretary, the co-opted secretary,
Uh,
we say there the financials can only be seen at a table where she's sitting.
okay.
Does that make sense to
No,
you?
no, but one thing also doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you're saying Nathan Freeman, which is the
So
former president, was not at the elections?
yeah, he was not there.
Was there any member of the previously elected committee that was at the meeting, at the elections meeting?
Nobody was there.
Only
Nobody
the
there.
co-opted
But we
secretary was
have
there,
the previous only the co-opted secretary. Yeah.
and she was holding the financials.
She there was no financials, audit financials.
Yes.
She had a lot of statements,
Also,
pages,
just bank statements.
but there, yeah, about 100 pages was there.
Did you see the statements?
I take a look at it here. So I don't want to talk about this here because, like I said, I do feel, like I say, it's with financials and all this stuff. You don't know what's happening here. Your life can be in danger for some of this stuff. So I cannot speak what I know. I cannot speak, but I do know a lot of stuff. I can speak to you off the
But I
record, but
can,
not on the record.
okay, but I can speak things that I've heard because I hear rumors. There's people that are speaking around the Eastern Cape. Some people, I don't know if it's people that have seen
Uh,
the statements or
I expect you when it comes to that. I expect that I
yeah. But the
know.
thing is, that's
I
what I'm saying.
expect.
So from what
I
you've
can
seen,
speak
you
facts.
see,
Like for instance,
you tell me the facts. For instance, yes, tell me something. Hello.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, yes, the fact that we have the treasurer, the last treasurer was sitting in meeting. She is now on vote. She's gonna vote now on a club. She doesn't have a club. There's no club, but she's just there to vote on behalf of a club. She didn't even give an extra report for the financials. She's there on based on voting.
So you were saying that there was no one who was previously elected who was at the meeting, but you're saying the treasurer was there now, right?
Remember the treasurer, I said the last treasurer we had, she resigned, but she was sitting there as a
Oh.
chairman, or should we say chair lady as a club.
Wait, okay, so the resigned treasurer was in the meeting, but she was not, she was only there to vote and now voting for a non-existent,
You
on
get
behalf of a
it? The
non-existent
last
club.
treasurer we had. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna correct me
yes,
because you've got facts.
correct,
So somebody, no,
correct.
somebody told me. Somebody said something about because yeah, somebody from the Eastern Cape said in the previous before the previous executive committee of Nelson Mandela Bay took over, there was over 800,000 rands in the club in the region's account. But after they left, or by the time they yeah before the elections, there was around 100,000 rands remaining. I don't know if you caught all of that, but so it was 800,000 rands in the yeah from the previous elections, and now 100,000 rands, and yeah, and it's not clear what the money did. I don't know from your view of the statement. Is it true that in the past few years it was around 800,000 rands, and now the remaining balance is around 100,000 or so? Hello.
I cannot talk about that many things now, you see, because I don't want to give them stuff to defend themselves. Whatever I say, they're very good in defending themselves.
Yeah.
So then, if I now mention stuff, they will back up their stories. I know a lot of stuff when it comes to that. Because, like I said, I was in meetings when we talk about the money things. I
Mm.
was at meetings, and I still talk to some of the presidents who was before that. I'm a guy who, like I said, when it all started, I'm 30 years back here in chess. So
Mm.
sometimes I'm quiet, I was quiet, but then I just stop being quiet when it comes to that stuff. So yes, a lot of stuff that I know that I can say, but I cannot now give them time to defend themselves.
Yeah. I wasn't even clear what direction this was going to take, but I mean it's an interesting one, and it just points to a lot of things. Let me just say things that need investigating. You see what I mean? Because I think it points to a lot of things that need to be given attention because it's worrisome. Because I remember we were speaking I think it's a comment that was sent in one of the the previous video that I sent, which involves issues around Hendrik du Toit and how he got involved in how we got to the mess that we're in. And I understand. I think my response was that with bad administration, especially financially, I think that's what led South Africa to the position where it was in, where it had to borrow money because it had a big debt and so forth. And if no one pays attention, especially to say Nelson Mandela Bay, if those rumors that I'm hearing have any yeah, if there is any truth to them. But obviously, they still worth investigating if number one, there were no audited financials, and not everyone that is part of the region, is part of the clubs and the council, are not happy with the financials. It just points to the reason why it needs to be investigated because Chess South Africa went to debt because of something like that, and then that debt led to it getting captured in a sense. So who knows what could happen to your region as well if nobody does anything or says anything or speaks up or even acts out, like just does something about this problem. You see what I mean? If it is an in fact a problem. So that's what I mean. And obviously, that's
Yes,
you are one of the people that are standing up for it. I believe. Yes.
yes, yeah,
But what would you like to see being
yeah.
done, and by whom?
Like
Maybe if
I
I may ask something like that.
said,
Sorry.
I
Yeah.
am standing up.
Yeah. Say.
I feel like the same thing that happened to Chesa.
Hmm.
I feel the same happening to us in same situation. Whatever is used by Chesa have been used here by us, and the politics is always going to be won by the guys who have more experience. Like I said, always going to come back to I'm a chess player. I cannot fight politics, and I'm not there to fight politics. I want to develop and I want to play chess. I
Yeah.
cannot go and investigate and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. And the same goes with the politics. You need to get your hands dirty. I'm not gonna get dirty to do that stuff. But what do I want? I want a smooth running. It's a NPO. If somebody requests, if you request the financials, it should be open.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But then now, I don't know. Do you?
Same goes with clubs.
So basically, what you're doing is ringing the alarm, right? And obviously, or blowing the whistle if they ever
But
call it that, to say
but
that there is
but
there's an
don't
issue in
you,
our region that needs
but
to.
yeah. But they turn the situation around and then they pretend it's me fighting them. No, I don't fight with any administrator.
Mm,
I don't want what they have. I'm not going to be the best administrator,
mm,
but I can be the best development. I can be the best coach. I can be the best player. Don't
yeah,
get me wrong. I have nothing against them. If they can run the chess and they can run it smoothly, and then it's better for us. I'm not fighting, and I'm going to say it here publicly. I don't fight with anybody. I don't want to be what they have. I don't want anything they have. I want to be a player first, and then I'm secondly probably going to coach, and then my development must come in.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, obviously, it's now the concern coming from obviously Eastern Cape's top player, Eastern Cape's senior player, Eastern Cape's senior coach, even and top coach. So I mean, if and obviously founder of an academy, an effective currently working academy in the community. And obviously, I think it's a call to anyone with power or who's in any structure, whether nationally or even provincially, to come in and look into the issue of Nelson Mandela Bay and say what is happening, and maybe try and intervene and do something. Whether they investigate and come back and give you a proper report that says, okay, no, this is actually was a misunderstanding on your part. Things are this way. Just bring everybody back in, because again, it wouldn't it'll really start it'll really get in the way of progress if you are unsatisfied and are unable to work with the current executive, or even the current executive has an issue with you and they can't work with you. You see that? We see what I mean? So obviously someone bigger on the structure above needs to come in. That's how I see it. How do you see it?
I always say there's always you have to be bigger than a game.
Yeah.
I have no grudge against anybody. I have with people. I have fight on and off the board. Yeah, with players as well. We fighting when we don't get us when we play bridge. You know how it goes. We will argue. I have done. But when it comes to the game is bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
That's what I do believe.
No, but yeah, Freddie. Yeah, my
I
time's
will
up.
work with anybody.
Yeah, thank you for your time, and I am hoping that next time we'll probably have an interview dealing with this issue. Now that we have your side of it, we've had now Peter's side of it, and we need to speak whether it's the I don't know who. It could be someone in the structure of the Eastern Cape Chess or anyone. We'll see. Someone that actually understands both issues. But thank you for your time, and we look forward to maybe happily resolving this issue, working together. And and thank you for your contributions. Please continue doing what you're doing for chess in the Eastern Cape. All right. Thanks, Freddie. All right. Good evening, now.
No, no, thank you for your time. I hope your channel grows from strength to strength. Thanks for keeping us updated. Cheers.
All right. Thank you, Freddie. Thanks. Good night.
Ciao.
Sharp, sharp.